What's that? Oh shit! Go, thank you. Hi everyone, it's Dave again. During the last AMA, a lot of players had questions about how we'll be handling rotations, so we'll follow up with more information about rotation in Legends of Runeterra, especially the rotational behind it and why now. I'll end this article with ways we want to hear from you, get your feedback, and how we are approaching rotation. I want to thank our amazing design team, Dan Felder, John Moorman, David Smith, Tyler Morgan, Steve Rubin, and more. Hopefully I didn't butcher anyone. We plan to add a second format to lore. Oh, no one expected the same thing as in Hearthstone. Two top formats will be Standard, Eternal. Oh, Standard Wild, sounds familiar. Most cards in the game are legal, but some will be only playable in Eternal. All cards in the game are legal, just like they are now. Rotation means that at regular intervals, right now about once a year, we'll move cards in and out of both formats while mostly keep standard the same size. Why rotate? So, why are we talking about doing it for lore? In many games where new content is added to the otherwise ever-growing content pool, rotation is a tool, somewhat of a cap on the size of the pool. When the set of legal cards playable gets too large defined by a number of factors below, and some of them are rotated out. Rebalance and rework cards when we want to affect all formats at once, and we rotate when we affect one. Format grows. The amount of the cognitive load required to keep that information top of mind becomes staggering. This is true for trying to plan around what your opponent might do, which becomes so difficult that it feels basically like a new source of randomness. It's also true for trying to plan around what your own cards might do, magnifying sources of randoms like manifest and creation from within an ever-growing subset. For example, one costume. Available design space shrinks. That's because the practical space into which we can release new cards and mechanics is by the overall growing power of the format. When we try to keep the power level of the format in check, new cards can't compete with existing all-stars. And the all-stars can't just be nerfed appropriately, see below. When we add a new existing mechanic or allow new cards to compete with the old ones, power creep the format, which makes it less and less possible to play anything but the top cards. Fuck, delete Timo finally. Kek. Underappreciated champions have a rougher time reaching playability. Some champs like Udyr have cool gameplay dreams and promote interesting new deck building choices, but in a crowded metagame, those champs don't have a chance to shine. Rotation provides a new environment for those champs to try new champs pairings, explore combinations of lower powered cards that improve synergy, and more. I mean, we knew this is happening, they are just explaining how they're gonna approach it. So far, nothing though. There's nothing new. Playtesting and tech quality keeping bugs down becomes significantly harder. That's because generally the pain point. Wait, Karma will rotate out. Oh no. Oh no. That's because generally the pain points are the interactions among cards, which grows incredibly quickly for every 10 cards added. 100 plus interactions are added. No normal development team can keep up with that sort of growth because the team is set up for adding relatively stable end cards over time. Good balance targets become harder to achieve without effectively rotating cards. Alright, we know that, but how you gonna do that? But what about champs specifically? Shouldn't those always remain playable? Well, there are a few reasons why it's right for us to rotate champions, which I'll go through by talking about some specific examples. Yes, these are champions we are intending to rotate out in the first rotation next year. Irelia. As you probably know, the best thing to do with Irelia is pair her with Azir, but it's also the best thing to do with the Azir. By rotating out Irelia, we're making space for folks to explore champions like Azir in other ways that we would have previously been driven out of the meta by Azirelia deck. They also give us room to make relevant Azir cards without needing to think about how they interact with Blade Dance cards. And it let us keep Blade Dance cards exciting without needing to nerf them to make sure they play nice in an Azirelia deck. Wait, if you rotate out Irelia, you're gonna keep Blade Dance cards? Huh? Am I misreading something? Twisted Fate. Sometimes a champ is so good in combination with something so fundamental to the game that future card designs are missed by the champ's interactions. If is a good example of this. His synergy with card draw is so good, prevents us from making cool new card draw champs, and support cards for them because they'll just be better with TF, and for TF in particular, it's hard to nerf him without losing the coin about TF in the first place. I mean, I agree with that argument and this argument. I think the Bladen's argument, they just gave the, like, they just wanted to, I think they're just gonna remove this with the Irelia, but they, I don't know, they just wanted to give an example, but they didn't think about much while writing that. Vlad, yeah, Vlad, cool, Ribozo. Finally, there are some champs that don't quite work within their regions or struggle to find their footing, and Vlad is one of such example. Would love to totally rework change Vlad, but it's such a radical departure from his existing design, and his existing design doesn't fit cleanly into his region's strengths. So it'll take time to find the right design for him. Rather than keep him in the standard environment, we can rotate him into Eternal, potentially buff him up, and plan for his triumph return for 2.0 form. Ribozo. So what will ranked gauntlet tournaments look like in the future once we have standard and eternal? For standard, there is always ranked queue and accompanying ranked season every boot. This also means gauntlet tournament support. Most balanced patches will focus on standard, but not to the exclusion of constant changes to eternal. For eternal, regular will have a spotlight on the format alongside it, and ranked queue and season. Wait, what? They are splitting up rankeds? Where we're spotlighting Eternal will also make sure to equivalent high-level competitive support. Compared to Eternal, Spotlight will have a balanced patch focus. Other ongoing support for Sun and Tri is still determined as we start to implement to the rotation feature. Okay, I don't like it. Seem to be splitting the game on two rankeds. But again, that's why they write this, to get a feedback, right? I mean, just fucking dump Eternal. Like, just give it only normal queue. Don't give it rankeds. Don't support competitive. Don't fucking focus on Eternal at all. Don't waste resources for it. That's my take. Focus only on standard. Fuck Eternal. Give it only normals. Give it a balance once per half year. And fuck that mode. Like, no one will be playing. Like, just the amount of the players playing that mode will be too low to commit resources to it. Oh, surveilling. No, but no. I'm not. I don't want. Like, I'll do this after stream. I don't want. Like, guys want you to do it yourself, and I don't want to influence your opinion. I mean, to be fair, people won't. Like, it'll be there, but people won't be playing it probably. Like realistically speaking, people by mistake might queue into Eternal. Like the new people, the newcomers. Or like some content creators like Mogwai will be queuing there, or maybe Sunny to do some YouTube content, and that's about it. Yeah, but they said only they're gonna rotate 3 champs, but those champions are from different patches. And they're just okay, so this indicates they're gonna be hand picking cards. They're rotating out. They're not gonna be rotating out by expansions. They're gonna be rotating out specific cards. A lot of people were just gonna quit if their 5 champ left. I don't think so. I mean, Seraph, you are looking through the prismat of that. There won't be anything new cool that you would enjoy playing. There might be a new cooler karma. Give you an example. We don't know. They might just, yeah, make something even more fun. Alright, anyways, no silent, it's just an example. Whole archetype will probably rotate out with Irelia. There is no point having Blade Dance in the deck if you don't have Irelia. Anyway, guys, I'll be wrapping up for today. Guys, enjoyed the stream, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for more lore. Dude, it's insane how lore is fun nowadays. I'm playing every day 8 hours, and I'm having a blast. Like, no cap. It's insane how fun it is. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks everybody for hanging out. It was fun. Bye. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on the next video and let us know what you think about that one. Kurwa mać!